Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I'm Razzle11 and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at some pitching for today, the 11th of September. It is Wednesday. We do have a three-day game slate, and then an 8-game main slate. We're just going to focus on the 8-game main slate as on the 3-gamer. I haven't even looked, to be honest. You're going to want to try to either play all the guys or just basically go all in on 2 or 3 of them. But we are here to talk about this. We're looking at DraftKings, as that is where a majority of my action is. If you're on FanDuel, I would cut my pool into a half or even a third, just due to the pricing being less of an issue and the scoring system being different. And a reminder that this is a first look at the options. I try to go more in depth as the day goes on with the members at DFS Army. So let's get started here at the top. Blake Snell, one of those guys that you love to hate, left his last start early, but had been really strong prior to that. I don't really remember if he might have. No, he didn't leave it early because of injury 3 starts ago either. Just ineffectiveness, which he has that from time to time. Huge walk numbers potentially, but big time strikeout numbers are always available. And obviously, we saw him throw a no hitter this season as well. Pitching in a park, I love to use pitching. Taking on a team that I don't think is overly strong, especially against left-handed pitching. I realize they do have one of the best records in baseball. It is what it is, but Snell's definitely somebody we have to have in our pool. There just is some volatility there, unfortunately. Michael King taking on Seattle. Um, King is pitching in a game with a total of 7. It is a pick'em right now. K-prop of 7.5 with juice on the under. That's what I was trying to locate. He did make one start against Seattle so far this year. Struck out 9. Was pretty dominant. Got the loss, only giving up 1 earned run though. Some of his numbers are better on the road, but his K numbers are much better on at home. But he does get the K increased pitching against Seattle. Should be somebody we are very strongly using on this slate. No real debate about that one. Cole Reagan against the Yankees. Obviously, there's upside. Seth Lugo just shut down this Yankees offense. His K numbers take a hit when going on the road, but nothing really changes overall. He's coming off of a great start. 2 starts ago, had 10 strikeouts against Houston, who don't strike out all that much. I did give up some runs, though. I think his K upside makes him somebody that we have to play, even against a team like the Yankees. Excuse me. Hunter Brown sitting with a K prop of 7.5 with juice on the under. Taking on an Oakland squad that he beat the first time he faced them. He's pitching at home, where his overall numbers have been stronger. K numbers aren't quite as strong at home, but that's all right. He's been super steady. 5 straight starts of 20 plus fantasy points, and 7 in his last 9. His K numbers have kind of come down of late. We know how Oakland can hit some home runs, so there's a slight worry there, but I do think we, excuse me, we see some home run issues from time to time, as it is. So, totally fine with using him, and he should be in our pool. Luis Heel returned from the IL and dominated the Cubs squad. K-prop for Heel at 5.5 with you strongly on the over. He's actually a minus 142 favorite in this matchup with Kansas City. He just doesn't allow a lot of hits. The issues are walks. Strikeout numbers are best when at home as well. Another guy that we're just going to use. Each of these five guys at the top, 100% could be the highest scoring pitcher on by the end of the slate. So those are the guys we want to use in our GPP builds. Um, with cash game players, going to have some pitchers to choose from tonight, to be honest. Nick Pivetta, a guy I love his K upside, um, but gives up a ton of home runs. Home runs haven't been as bad at home this season, so that's something to pay attention to. He was decent against Baltimore the first time he faced them. He did give up 2 home runs. Um, this might be the first guy I fade. Not that I don't think he has enough upside. It's just at some point we have to fade somebody, and I don't think he falls into the same category as the guys above him. He is a minus 125 favorite right now. Uh, but game total of 9, K prop of 5.5. Uh, I think we just end up passing on Pavetta. I'm not sure yet, but most likely he's on the outside looking in. Brian Wu, been excellent at home. Could be steady enough, but we talked about it with Kirby yesterday. Wu just doesn't have the best strikeout matchup, and he's not a strikeout pitcher either. San Diego is, I think, the toughest team to strike out in baseball at this point. So uh, probably just going to have to pass on Wu, despite him pitching at home this evening. Colin Ray in San Francisco. Obviously, again, a ballpark I love using pitching in. Not a strikeout guy, which kind of limits his upside. But he is capable. He absolutely dominated the Braves on the road. 34 fantasy points. So there is enough upside with him that I think he's going to be in play. His K prop's just 4.5. And like I mentioned, Snell is actually favored as a minus 148 favorite. Game total of just 7. So Ray might be in just because I love the spot. Um, Obviously not as talented as Wu, but just that better matchup brings out some possibilities. Now we get to Bobby Miller, who I can't figure out because he can't seem to get it right at the major league level. Start number 1 of the year was absolutely ridiculous, and then it's just kind of gone downhill since then. He's really only had one usable start since then, and even then he gave up 2 home runs. So probably not gonna go there at this point. Lance Lynn making his return from the IL. Was not very sharp in rehab. Um, Probably going to have to pass and play the wait and see. Probably going to be stacking Cincinnati against him, to be honest. Um, Down here would be Zebby Matthews is about the only other guy I'm considering here. He's given up too many home runs at home so far. He's had a couple of rough starts in a row. But against St. Louis, he showed some of his upside and ability. It would be nice if he could go 6 innings. I'm just not sure if they're going to allow him to. Not, I really don't know their plans with him, but he does have strikeout upside. At least from the minors, he did. He's a minus 205 favorite in this game. K prop of 5.5. So juice is on the under, but still a 5.5 K prop is solid enough considering he's only made one start at the major league level with more than 5.5 strikeouts. So uh, Zebby's going to be in play as the cheap upside option, just because I do believe he has uh, mid 20s fantasy points in his return ranges. So there we have it. There's our first look at pitching for today. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. And if you want to join us and get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc., I will put links in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's Raz, for 10% off monthly. And as always, best of luck, everybody.